Hey everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Cracking open a couple cold ones.
With the boys.
We're recording this on a phone because...
Live from a 28-year-old man's childhood bedroom in North Providence, Rhode Island, it's the Smoking Simian episode.
Da-da-da-da.
What episode is this?
I think 357.
357. 357 Magnum. The most
Which is what we're going to use to kill ourselves after this.
Which is the most powerful handgun ever made, in which I'm debating using on myself currently.
You could use a new paint job in this room.
Yeah. No. Nothing's changing. I like things the way they are. I like things the way they are.
Originally we were going to do this in a den, in a dirty den outside.
In a filthy tool shed, but my father's
hanging out in there.
You know, my father's made his nest there for the winter.
Yeah.
So you know, now we've moved to stage 2 of failure.
Yeah, we got to do it in the room.
We're literally doing it like nose to nose in here. It's awful.
No, this is genius. I've done this before. One time I did it in another precarious situation when I was seeing Caroline.
Really?
In Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Me and a buddy just did it outside of her house. And when I said that he was coming over, she was pissed.
Yeah, awful.
Because we were already, about to split up anyway.
I would be pissed if, regardless of what other context there was, I'd be pissed if somebody was like, listen, I have to record a podcast near you. On a phone outside of my house. I'd be like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
But we're here.
We're here
in beautiful...
scenic North Providence, Rhode Island.
Lively. Is it still going to work? Yeah.
Is it still going to... Let's leave this in. Let's see if it's still going to work.
No, it doesn't matter.
No.
Nothing matters. We know that already.
None of this matters.
But we've come a long way.
Oh, boy, have we.
I mean, you were at the first episode.
I was at the first episode. We've come a long way. From your dingy basement to my childhood bedroom.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
It doesn't flood in here.
No. I'll never forget looking behind you. The wall was like a half-broken door.
Oh, yeah. If you leaned too hard, you could break it.
Yeah, whereas the wall behind me was like concrete and it looked like an execution video that you see online.
It looked exactly like that.
You know, it looked like they'd put some Armenian guy in there and blow his brains out on camera or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why an Armenian?
I needed to reach for a foreigner. I wanted to pick one. I guess Armenian was the flavor today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is good. We went for a walk. I'm stuck in Lodi again, as CCR says.
Yeah.
Stuck in the hometown.
Yeah. CCR. The great Creedence Clearwater Revival.
They went to war. Did you know that?
They did.
Did you know they were in the war?
No.
The big war.
Which one?
The big one. The one that we won.
Don't tell me. Korea. No. Panama. No. Gulf War One.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep going.
The Mexican-American War. The War of 1812.
Yeah. The lead singer of CCR.
Yeah.
Was riding a horse with a saber.
Yeah. No, he was killing an Englishman at the Battle of New Orleans. Yeah. That bone on the bayou. Bone in Sacramento, California on the bayou.
Hey, sometimes you get influenced.
Yeah, sometimes, when you're a white guy, stuff. When you're a white guy, you come along, you see other people making music, you're like, what if I just took some of this?
That's flavor.
Look at the flavor
these guys got.
Look at the passion they have.
I could never have that.
I could never have that.
I'm too white.
I'm too busy doing taxes.
Yeah.
I'm too busy wearing Abercrombie and Fitch. What if I just borrow this a bit?
Yeah.
What if I
borrowed everything?
What if I just took my entire being from somebody else?
Something I could never do.
No, never. You are your own man. I can tell by looking.
Zero influence.
None. No.
But yeah, I'm stuck here in Rhode Island, so we're doing it off a phone.
We're doing it off a phone.
No video. We're
no
going
video.
dark.
We are going subterranean.
Consider this guerrilla radio.
This is underground revolutionary radio. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not have a clip of the week. Our insurrectionary forces will combat the state, and we will have no clips posted online with captions beneath following the words that we say.
Oh, there will be.
Oh, okay.
We'll just have to put pictures.
We'll just have to
put a little slideshow, pictures, little Getty images.
That's good.
People are going to love that.
If there's one thing our modern media consumer loves, it's a little Getty Images action.
Yeah.
So, see a picture of a white woman smiling with a salad. Why is she smiling? I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? She's from Eastern Europe, makes $5 a day, smiling at salad.
Yep. But she's fat. That's why she needs that salad. Her name is Ivanka, and she's fat.
Oh, yeah. Fat people.
I hate fat people.
Really?
That's a topic we can talk about.
Are you fat phobic?
Fucking fat people?
Are you fat phobic?
I might be.
Are you afraid of them?
So, they scare me.
Yeah.
I hear them waddling. You can hear them. Dun. It's like in, Jurassic Park when the water starts shaking?
Yeah.
You notice it.
Yeah, but with fat people, it's the Coca-Cola that starts shaking.
Yeah.
Now, with fat people, it's their half-melted chocolate ice cream sundae that starts shaking. Dun.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
They're hungry.
The fats are back.
You look outside, it's just, as far as, it's like a Woodstock of fat people.
Yeah, just lumbering.
500,000 fats.
And I heard the sound of 1,000 CPAP machines going at once, and 1,000 lap bands breaking. And lo, before him I saw a fat horse, and he who sat upon it, his name was Fat, and food followed with him.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the Bible verse of the day.
Yeah, that's
God wants to smite fats.
That's James's Bible verse of the week, our new recurring segment. Next week we'll be talking about Leviticus and why God hates you specifically.
Is that what it's about?
Leviticus is like the laws.
The laws.
Yeah.
The Christian laws.
No, the Jewish laws. Like you can't mix like you can't eat shellfish.
Right.
You can't have a fabric of different types in one garment.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Does it specify the types or just in general?
Like cotton and linen, you can't mix them.
Oh.
God really cared about that. The omnipotent creator of the universe really cares if you have milk with lamb. You're not supposed to have that either.
Well, he also cares,
if you're gay.
If you're that too.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
If you're wearing a hat if you're swearing on the Bible, you got to have your hand up.
You got to have your hand up.
About that.
You got to wear your hat at a certain time, certain places. If you're not wearing that hat, or God help you if you're wearing a different hat, get out of here.
Every group has hats except for ours.
Yeah.
Catholics don't have a hat.
No.
There's no special hat.
Well,
that we're supposed to wear.
Like the Pope has a hat. The bishops have a hat. They have big hats.
But as far as like practitioners, even the hardest core.
Yeah,
Catholics.
We don't have hats. No. We just
Catholicism's like a rock star religion. We got lucky.
Yeah, well, I mean, it really is. It's one of the more entertaining ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not very Catholic though. Just count all the statues and crucifixes in this room. Like 5, 10?
Right next to the Palestine flag.
Yeah.
They love Catholicism.
They are very Catholic people. And
that's really the problem.
Yeah.
Catholics are supposed to be running shit.
Really? Yeah.
That's why stuff is going on over there.
That's why stuff is going on over there. I heard that I heard that on NPR the other day. Stuff's going on over there.
We need white Christians to run things again. What happened?
Yeah,
Where's the world gone?
Where's the world go where white Christians aren't in charge anymore? Now it's just regular white people.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
They don't even go to church anymore.
Ugh.
They just like Jelly Roll. He's fat.
He's awesome.
He's really fat.
He's a big fat pig too.
How can you like him though? He's big and fat.
But he's talented.
Is he though?
You can be big and fat, but you gotta have talent. Like Dave Blunt's.
Dave Blunt's.
His talent standing up. When he stood up at his concert, my God.
The
audience was like, yeah.
What does it say about times where a rapper can get applause by standing up?
Yeah.
And genuine applause too, because
they love him.
Stripping away all of the factors, it's like he's so fat that it's legitimately a surprise. Like I was surprised when he got up.
We love spectacle.
That's
really what it is.
Yeah.
If a fat man can stand up just for a moment.
Yeah.
Pretty sure MLK said something like this. If a fat
MLK.
man can just stand,
yeah,
then we can work together. Something like that, you know. You know it. You know it better than I do.
No, I know. MLK's famous "If a fat man can stand up" speech. How could I forget? He said that. I have a dream that one day a fat man can stand up off a couch
at a concert.
And
make $20,000.
And make $20,000
off
2 songs.
I'm pretty sure that's all he has. Is a couple songs.
Well, I mean,
but people pay tickets to see him.
Well, I mean, he's working with Kanye West, so.
Is that true?
Yeah, he's one of the only rappers on the new album that he's coming out with. You know, the one where he talks about getting molested. Openly. Just says it, you know.
Yeah. Well, he's doing the right thing.
There's no subtext left to reality anymore, is there? There's no hidden meanings. There's no artistry. It's just people just say shit now.
You just say it.
Just say it. Be like, yeah, I got molested. That's the song.
Rock on.
Rock on, brother. You got molested.
Yeah. Well, there's that song back in the day, Lola, where he was talking about banging a transgender person.
I mean, yeah, but at least there you could say that there's some, artistry to it. Like, with Kanye West, I'm not saying
it was at least catchy.
It's that he just begins the song talking about giving his cousin head.
Yeah.
And then the song just continues.
You think it's real? Or do you think he's just doing it?
I don't know.
Something tells me he's just on this tear of...
His life hasn't been real. Well, I mean, for whatever going definition real is, his life hasn't been real in years.
Yeah.
Ever since he married Kim K, since his mama died, since he went on InfoWars and talked about Hitler, nobody remembers that anymore.
Oh, yeah. Alex Jones had to be the voice of reason.
And you know that we're in a bad situation. Imagine Alex Jones. Nobody died at Sandy Hook Jones being the voice of comparative reason in the conversation.
Have you seen him lately? He's in good shape. He's not fat anymore.
Yeah, I know, but he's one of the fat people that I find charming because of their fatness. He doesn't look right skinny.
He's like a jolly, happy fat.
No. Like he was like an angry, big fat. He's a big wall. He has power. He feels it in his bones. Yeah. It's just like, I have a certain kind of begrudging respect for a certain kind of fat person. Like a man or a woman who's grown into their fatness, who's who's just some people are just naturally big, big shoulders, big gut. Whereas you look at him now, he has a Ozempic face. His cheeks are gaunt, his eyes look more wiry.
Whatever you got to do to not be fat, in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a real healthy attitude you have towards that. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I ate garbage, which is important. You gotta eat garbage.
As your close confidant, I always enjoy this vicious cycle of you eating garbage, complaining about being fat, eating more garbage, complaining about being fat. It's like you're letting one hand take from the other.
That's right.
And you're just changing the same coin.
Yeah. What else are you supposed to do in life?
Operate under some kind of, not even logical, just fulfilling series of behavior. It's not even self-destructive, it's just self-distracting.
Yeah, no, it is. But, shit. What are you if not your vices and complaints?
True.
Yeah.
You have me beat there. I would be nothing without my petty complaints.
Yeah. You need that.
Yeah, you do.
But it's always nice to walk around the old town.
Yeah, you
point out the new houses. Look at that new house.
Look at that new house. Yeah. See,
new to me at least.
I don't actually mind that. I think it's there's something nice to be said for this place. I completely understand if it's not your tune, but it's nice.
Yeah.
What I do agree with you is the rot that you see when you come back here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Driving through
Warwick,
Rhode Island. Guys, if you want to be in maybe the best place that's ever been created. If you're looking for a destination wedding, actually, if you're getting married, there's a place called Oaklawn Beach.
Forget the Poconos. Go to Warwick, Rhode Island.
Go to Jefferson Boulevard, Warwick, Rhode Island. People, I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but Google. While you're listening to this, Google Jefferson Boulevard.
You there. You're a DJ in Bushwick. I want you to pull up Google Maps at Jefferson Boulevard in Warwick. Yeah. Count the boarded up houses, the ransacked businesses, the people running amok,
it's nice.
The barbarians at the gates swinging their axes, women and children screaming their last breath.
Yeah. People arguing.
People being
over 30 cents over coupons. I know there's people in all those supermarkets arguing over coupons. That's one of my favorite things. I love seeing people argue over little bits of money.
Yeah.
Just anywhere in general. But I know it's going on in Warwick 24/7.
Yeah. There's certainly something to be said about this current moment where it's just like, what is the dollar dropping every couple of days? Like the economy is a Ponzi scheme built on vapor, clouds, and bullshit, and here we are.
Oh, it always has been.
Yeah, I know, but here we are arguing over like $5 at Subway. It's just.
Which, by the way, gets you nothing at Subway these days.
It gets you nothing.
What's happening? This fucking. You can't even get a cookie for $5.
Can you believe the price of chicken these days?
That conversation is going on. Probably right in that house across the street.
As someone with boomer parents, I can't tell you how many times the price of chicken has been a vital conversation topic.
Oh, they love it.
Can you believe it? Boneless thighs for $4.25.
It might as well be scholars talking about, ancient Chinese philosophy.
Yeah. In my opinion, legalism is the superior philosophy because it recognizes that the peasant is not capable of self-government, whereas the Confucian says, obviously, that pork prices are it's like $2.50 for 3 shoulders. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Yeah. The Tao Te Ching of pork prices.
But it's always a nice little bit of reality when you come back, or when I come back here.
Yeah.
Because New York's an anomaly, obviously. You live there, it's nonsense. 24/7. And then you come here, and it's a different kind of nonsense. And it's humbling.
Well, you come here, it's slow, and I don't know. I always get the sense that when you come here, you realize, the reasons why you leave only increase.
Oh, yeah.
I consider the combination Five Guys, Pizza Hut, Starbucks on Mineral Spring Avenue to be the tombstone of my childhood.
Oh, it's ruined. So what he's talking about, the town that we're from has one main strip.
Yeah, a town of 30,000 people, like a decent-sized town. I call it a small town because it feels like one, but in reality, it's like a middle-sized city. It's not bad. But thanks to the brilliant municipal planning, we have one goddamn street. One.
That used to have a little flavor. It was like the movie Cars when they were on Route 66, and it's dead now.
Yeah, and it's gone.
Because the flavor used to be, there was like some small hometown shops and, privately owned and there was, there's a McDonald's here and a Burger King there, but mostly it was small independent businesses.
There was some regional businesses too. You had your Friendlies, your 99. It's a sign of how old we get that we're nostalgic now for just a less shitty version of what we got.
Right.
Do you remember the 99?
You remember Mangiarelli's?
Yeah, do you remember Mangiarelli's? Used to get chicken parm there for $10.
My grandmother used to go in the back of Mangiarelli's and buy 30 dozen eggs. That's actually true.
You're kidding.
I swear to God.
She'd go into the back and buy eggs.
They knew her. Because during the Christmas time, she was hustling people. She'd make cookies and sell them and shit.
Fucking awesome.
So she'd go in the back and they'd help her.
See, they'd never tell you about that on Growing Up Italian. They'd never tell you about hustling for cookies.
No, God, no.
No, they're too busy talking about how we built the subways. I hate that shit.
Oh, man.
I hate when we do that shit.
They're the worst. Yeah. A buddy of mine, I don't want to give up his bit. I'll tell you after, but it's really funny. It's
give
about
up his
Italians.
bit. Come on. All comedians, all good comedians steal.
Yeah.
Unless you're Brendan Schaub, in which case you're brilliant on your own.
Oh, he's a genius. I don't know why he quit.
Yeah, well, I think it's because he, beat comedy. He, conquered comedy.
Oh, yeah. 3 years in, hour, perfect.
As Caesar said, Vidi, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. He came, he told some jokes about his wife being Mexican, and her being a little spicy, and his food being muy caliente. And he was done.
What more do you need?
What more do you need than to
Throw
be
a couple references in there.
Yeah.
Talk about the UFC.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Joe Rogan. He's one of the funniest people I've ever seen, Joe Rogan.
But anyway, this one street has now been completely converted, more or less, into a corporate...
It's been converted to the same fucking thing you see everywhere else.
Right. Which, unironically, is a sign of economic prosperity in that town, usually.
Yeah.
It's like, look at the big businesses.
Yeah.
I can go to Chipotle, and then I can go to Papa John's, and then I can go to Five Guys, and I can feed my fat pig family that I have at home.
My God, I can't wait to open up the app and go to the in-app purchases and get a big drink and get a burrito bowl.
I love that. I love ordering on Uber Eats and making the guy stop somewhere to pick up something else.
Oh, God. I use Uber Eats sparingly, once a week or once every couple of weeks, and it's like, imagine being that kind of guy that's like, all right, I've paid $45 in fees for a pad thai. Time to stop and get a Poland Springs for another $10.
Well, you want dessert.
Yeah.
And sometimes the store you're ordering from doesn't have a good dessert option. They got bullshit.
So you got to get the underpaid mother of five, a recently arrived immigrant, and get them to pick something else. Come on.
Chop. Chop, Consuela.
Come on,
bicycle.
Come on, Mustafa. Get on that bike and pedal. Drive that 2003 Camry with 3 wheels. Come on.
That's right.
Go.
Get after it.
Come on.
I'm hungry. You know what's great is you get pissed.
Yeah.
When they're taking a little longer.
Yeah.
Like the estimated time is 10 minutes, and then it's 12 minutes, and you're like, where the fuck is my goddamn food?
Well, actually, I don't get mad, because I'm not
Zen.
not fat.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not fat. That's a very fat opinion.
You can wait.
It's like, yeah.
I'm a closeted fat. That's why I hate them. It's like when there's a guy that's aggressively against gay people. You're like, he could maybe be gay himself.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the fats.
That's my honest opinion about gender. It's like if you really care about transgender people, if you really if they bother you. Some people do. It's a topic. But if you're really into it, it's like, come on. It's like you gotta who cares? It's like with being a closeted fat. It's like if you really get pissed at the Uber Eats driver, who you don't tip, not you audience, but you Antonio, you don't tip.
Right. Because they get the delivery fee.
Yeah, $7 in New York City.
Perfect.
That gets you far.
They're doing 100 of those a day. They're working. Come on, chop. I used to do it. Now I got a car. I'm going to be doing it again.
Jeez,
I'm going to be on the road, baby. I'm going to be in Montana delivering fucking burritos.
Hello, Des Moines, Iowa.
I'm here at the Chuckle Fuck Barn.
I'm here at the Giggle Pig Hut. I'm here at the Comedy Barn. Here at the Laughter Trough, ready to make 3 tourists laugh.
Half comedy club, half gas station, half swingers lounge.
We're here to make all you leathery old fucks laugh. Who wants?
Is that nicotine, by the way?
It is.
Oh, come on, pass that. Jesus Christ. I was excited. We were going to do this outside. I was going to get to smoke cigarettes.
No, too bad. My dad is occupying the den.
Black ice.
Black
favorite
ice.
kind.
Yeah.
They sneak up on you, the black ice.
Yeah. Got to be careful with black eyes. That's a reference to the Keen Peele skit.
They had one?
Yeah. Making
they
the
have
same
skits? I didn't know that.
No. They had a successful comedy sketch show back in the early 2010s. Jordan Peele went on to have a successful directorial career, but Keegan-Michael Key actually really took off because he does Carvana commercials.
Oh, right. That's the high. That's peak. If you're in commercials, if you're selling stuff, that isn't stuff that you created.
Yeah.
That's peak.
That's why I think Kevin Hart is the defining comedian of our generation.
Right.
Have you ever seen
He's got his finger on the pulse.
Have you seen his Capital One credit card commercials?
Oh, it's great.
It's
Just add it to the list. Put it in the fucking Louvre.
Yeah, next to Jacques Louis David's Coronation of Napoleon.
Here's Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa. 5% cash back.
This is the new Kevin Hart commercial.
This is le Kevin Hart commercial. This is le 4% cashback, mon ami.
This is our highest.
This is our highest American art. Next to le Tim Dillon being fat and a homosexual. He's Tim Dillon's good. We saw his special a couple weeks ago.
Speaking of tariffs,
Speaking of tariffs,
did you see the newest one?
and, folks, we're gonna make movies in America again.
Yeah, like we haven't.
Yeah.
Like that's not our only export, is entertainment.
Yeah, you know.
Folks, going on now. Every thirst trap on TikTok, every side boob on Instagram, it's going to be made in America.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
100% tariffs on foreign movies. What does that even mean?
I have no fucking clue. I can tell you, though, and this is actually wild. Did you hear about what he said about Alcatraz?
He's considering reopening.
He's
right?
Considering reopening it.
Well, he just says stuff.
Well, I mean, he literally just said stuff, but like,
They looked it up. He was in
he was in Mar-a-Lago at the time, and
You should turn that to a prison.
you know the Clint Eastwood movie, Alcatraz.
Oh, yeah,
Escape
Escape
from
from
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
It was playing like a couple hours before.
If I jogged his memory, he's like, wait a second.
Wait a
I
minute.
got an
Wait
idea.
a minute. I'm the president. I can.
A light bulb popped above his head.
Yeah, you know, I love that we have it. Well, you know,
I'd complain, but if I'm being honest, at least we have a president that knows what room he's in.
He's the king.
He's
not a
better than the
president.
last one.
one in terms of knowing what room he was in.
Right.
Our standards had fallen so low for the guy in
right.
charge of the most powerful country on earth.
At least he knows where he is.
At least he has some sense of what his name is, what year it is, and that he's the president.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So-
He's got a great squad with him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What was
great.
the other thing I read? He was considering, he was talking to the president of Mexico and offered our military to take on their cartels.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's
How do you think that would go?
It'd be a fucking disaster.
Because the cartels are they're pretty powerful. Pretty
Yeah.
equipped.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You send some fucking 19-year-old from Iowa versus a guy that's been
Chopping
making,
heads off.
you know, like making Tijuana truck, like, necklaces for the last 20 years.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what that is? They fucking surround you with rubber tires, douse you in gasoline, light you on fire. They don't
Hey,
give
what do
a
they
fuck.
call it? A Tijuana necklace.
Maybe a Tinoan necktie.
I don't know. All I know is that they got creative ways to make people die down there.
Yeah.
But I mean, more realistically, we'd get bogged down in another war that we can't win and just keep pumping money.
I mean, you know, or who knows? Maybe
Which would
we
be
could.
better for us.
Maybe we could win like we did in Afghanistan.
Right.
The Taliban just waited for us to fucking leave.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to us friends and sponsors of the podcast, the Taliban. Yeah.
We left them a bunch of cool shit.
We did. I was.
So it really wasn't that bad. We were just there for a little bit.
Have you seen the military parades in Kabul?
No.
With our equipment?
No,
Yeah,
pull that up, Billy. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, we're recording from a childhood bedroom. Billy's off doing something better than listening to us talk.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not gonna lie. If I ever do a podcast and become successful, I would love to have a guy that's just like, pull that shit up, Billy.
Yeah.
Pull that shit up, Timmy.
Yeah.
Pull that shit up.
Say it disparagingly, too.
Yeah.
Hey, stupid.
Hey, dummy.
Chop, don't you hear us talking about it?
Don't
Pull it
you
up.
hear us talking about it? I want statistics on German performance during the First World War.
I gotta ask you for that?
Ooh, what?
What do I not pay you for?
What do I pay you in experience for?
Yeah.
What do I pay you in connections for? Okay.
You know how many open micers you've met?
That's so cutting.
You know how many brainless open micers you've met with no ideas that can't utilize you at all? By the way, I love everybody that's been on the show.
Yeah. No.
Just a joke.
Can you feel the warmth that he has for you and your profession?
Oh man, I haven't hit a vape in a while. This is bad.
Yeah.
We just got this in here.
Yeah.
I might just have to hold on to it the whole time.
Yeah. No, it's your security blanket, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you need it. You need it like a.
Like a baby needs his mom's tit. More or less.
Yeah. You need it like a baby needs his mother's tit.
So I remember the first time.
Heavy, milk-laden.
Tits. The very first time you came on the show.
Yeah.
There was no... It was like this, just audio.
Just audio.
Except we had mics.
We had mics and a setup and chairs, and
Yeah.
we weren't a foot away from your cell phone staring at each other like lovers about to leave at a fucking port ship.
Oh, dearest, I hope you make it from the war. Of course I will, darling. I'll see you in Christmas. We'll whoop the Germans by Tuesday.
Frankly, I don't give a damn.
Frankly, my dear, I'm gonna go smoke a wood. Frankly, my dear, I'm gonna go smoke woods in the back.
And that's the other thing we used to shout out, Dirt Mid, for the
Mid.
first like 20 episodes. And
Yeah.
now I literally have to smoke Dirt Mid or else I freak out.
Yeah, you know, weed is good when
You freak out.
you know. If you're not freaking out smoking weed, you're not doing it right.
You're not getting the right weed.
It's like Listerine. It's like mouthwash commercials. The burn means it's working. The 2-hour panic attack you have.
That's right. My heart rate at 180 for 2 hours.
If you're not thinking about every mistake you've ever made when
Yeah.
you're smoking every day for 2 hours,
Come on, you're not smoking weed.
That's right. What are you
Come on.
Never this tate-tate bullshit. But yeah, that first time, you got cold feet after we recorded it, if you
Good.
remember.
Yeah.
Because you were like,
I was like, oh my
Oh,
God,
no.
my legal career.
I'm gonna
Oh my God, my legal career. And then I'm looking at it today. It's like, what?
Legal career.
Yeah. We should have just released that
We should have just
today.
released it. But
That should have been the episode today.
it should. Actually, you're going to release it on DVD box set as a companion piece. The lost episode of the Smoking Simian. All those Belgians or whatever.
I think that's what it's titled.
Yeah, the
The Lost James episode or something.
Shouldn't it? Don't you have the hard drive?
It's downloaded on my phone.
So
we
you
could
have
listen
it.
back to it now.
Why don't we listen to the episode as we listen to the episode? We could have like a director's commentary style
Yeah,
situation
genius.
on
We
the
pause,
episode.
we say, so
We
this.
could pause. So like this here, I really want to comment on this, you know, because I had a really brilliant point. Oh my God.
I would.
Do you remember the political episode with David? The one that you didn't even hit record for?
He was so upset.
He was so mad. He had articulated all his thoughts.
Thank God that episode was dog shit.
He was so excited to talk.
He was so excited to articulate his opinions, and you were like, nope.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm a big dummy. I don't know where the recording goes.
We should have got him on this.
Yeah, no, he should be squatting right here on the desk. Third mic on top of my computer desk. Yeah. So how's New York City?
Oh, you know, the best.
Yeah,
Mayhem.
moving, shaking.
Craziness.
Yeah,
Lunacy.
you know, I hear a lot of comedians talk about Tinder and having roommates.
My buddy, a comedian friend, called me yesterday while I was on the bus.
Yeah.
And he said, a comedy brawl.
What's?
Everybody said that I would win.
Yeah, you know.
Fist fighting.
Wait a minute. What is a comedy, bro?
Like a fight. Like a legit fight.
Like an actual physical.
Yeah. It's not like a show.
The fuck's the
I know
play?
they named them that.
Of all the comedians I've seen, you're the only one with any kind of physicality on you.
Yeah.
Like the rest of them. Like the rest of them
Losers.
seem like. I was about to say the rest of them seem like me, losers that sit in their bedroom all day.
Well, there's a lot of them that do that.
You know, there's a lot of losers in the comedy scene. A lot of reprobates. A lot of people with a social anxiety.
We talked about this recently on the show, where a lot of them are dweebs.
Yeah.
Not the ones that have been on the show,
No.
but a lot of the other ones.
Listen, dear listener, don't worry. If you listen and or support the Smoking Simian, we're not talking about you.
You're not a dweeb.
No, you're not a dweeb.
No. As strictly a layman to comedy, what always strikes me as funny is the way that people seem to use it as therapy, but like
That's the
therapy
worst.
as like entertainment.
It's like, yeah, I quit drinking.
I don't want to hear that.
I like when they say it.
I like-
when they're on stage and they say, "Well, this is therapy for me." It's
Yeah.
like, wow, all right. You gave me carte blanche to stop paying attention.
Wow. Well,
Okay, I can tune out. I can go on my phone for the next 5 minutes.
I don't care about your mother. I don't care about your father making you wear your sister's shoes or whatever. I don't care about you falling down the stairs and
Yeah.
hitting your head 5 times.
You're a loser, Bobby.
Listen, Charlie, I don't give a fuck about that.
If you're not talking about the same shit I'm talking about.
If you're not talking about a girl taking a tit sound, we're done.
Female comedians have it rough, though.
You know what I really hate?
Female comedians?
Anytime I hear the word in a comedy set, if I hear the word capitalism,
Done.
it's over.
Done.
I don't want to hear it.
Over. Done.
There's no way you can make that funny.
I say this as I've studied radicalism. I am a critique of empire, of capitalism, of all of the things that everyone claims to hate. I've read the books, damn it.
Yeah, yes.
And if you say it on stage, you're done. It's
You're a
over.
fool.
I don't care. You're wasting your time.
You're a buffoon. You can't make it funny.
You cannot make it funny. You cannot make it funny for the simple reason that if you talk about capitalism, it's one. You're done, because we're all, all have your podcasts, you all have your podcasts, you all have your sponsors, you all make your posts, we all participate in this shit.
Exactly.
And
Where you gonna go?
Yeah, your grandmother has the wisest. Where you gonna go? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Nothing. You're gonna work in a field? No.
No.
You're not gonna have time to write your bits.
You're not
You're
gonna have
working at the
time
pencil eraser factory.
If you're working at the sheet metal rock factory, you're not going to have time to talk about your roommate not doing the dishes.
That's right. There's no roommates in those places. You live in a
There's
cell.
no roommates.
There's no.
You live at the places you work.
Why don't
actually.
you go?
Why don't you go to a Calvin Klein factory in Bangladesh where children sew their hands together and tell them about capitalism?
Exactly.
Tell them about how fake people are on LinkedIn.
Go to a hut where people are drinking water that looks like chocolate milk and tell them about Uber Eats. Say, hey, I got to record a podcast. You guys mind?
Listen,
You have Wi-Fi here by chance?
Listen, I'm trying to do a HelloFresh plug. Do you mind telling me how natural the ingredients are into a microphone?
Yeah.
I'm in from out of town. I'd like a oat milk latte. This is Rwanda, right?
Yeah, I'm here to meet President Kagame of Rwanda. But first, I just want to talk about a few social justice issues.
Yeah. No, but seriously, it's like the actual reason why you can't critique capitalism in comedy is because they always do it through like irony. That's the problem with so much like of that type of comedy. It's like you can't be ironic anymore. Like irony has been dead since we had the Domino's pizza president, in front of their like saying bullshit for 10 years. It's like everybody's in on the joke now. There is no serious pretense. We're all laughing ourselves into the fucking apocalypse,
Yeah. Which is the way to do it, by the way.
That in itself is not wrong, but what I'm saying is like you can't, I don't know, there's only so much energy you have in saying that things are fucked and that rich people suck. We all know this.
Right.
Still got to get up and go to work in the morning. Where you gonna go?
Which is important, by the way.
Yeah,
Going to work, making money. Making money.
The only real thing of value in life is money.
Money, that's right.
Not your friends, not anything you want to do.
Relationships, falling in love.
Fuck it.
Ugh, shut up.
I mean, shut up. I don't want to hear that crap.
No. Money, bottom line.
Money.
Pay me.
Money, paper, dollars, dinero, coins, precious metals.
That's right.
Diamonds,
Stocks,
stones,
bonds.
stocks, bonds,
Big contracts.
index funds,
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
government bonds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
Ponzi
want.
schemes. Yeah.
Running amok. I want Bernie Madoff. I want to talk to that guy.
I think he's dead.
He's dead as fuck.
Yeah.
De Niro played him in something, so he's got to be dead.
Yeah, no, if Robert De Niro plays you in a movie, you're already dead.
You're dead.
You're dead or you're a criminal that's gonna die. And then you're like, a year later, it's gonna come out that you were an FBI informant the whole time.
That's right.
That's that guy in Casino. That's Ace Rothstein.
Oh, really?
And
I've never seen Casino.
You've never seen Casino. It's It's
because I hate Italians, too. I forgot to mention that.
Well, I mean, don't you know that we dug the subways? We were the laborers. We come in, which is why they made all those famous movies about Italians digging the subways.
Right. Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola's 3-part epic
Right.
about how when we came to this country, we dug the
They
subways.
worked hard and
Tony
followed the laws and the rules.
Followed the laws, made the tomatoes, made the pizza with the sauce.
You know, it's that bullshit that other Italians do, which is crap. It's like, yeah, obviously I know every fucking group works hard, but that's not what people like.
Right.
That's not who no Italian American models themselves under the dirt poor Calabrese that blew themselves up digging the subway tunnels.
No. You want to wear diamond rings.
It's his Spacone son that used to kill people for $50.
Yeah. You want guys that wear button-up shirts with the top 3 buttons undone.
Yeah. You want pounds of gold jewelry.
Punch their wives.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
That's the part that everyone likes.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this here, and I think I've said it on the show plenty of times, but we need your help. You guys got to help me get on Growing Up Italian.
If you help either of us.
Growing Up Italian podcast.
If you help either of us, both of us, but him especially get on Growing Up Italian, we will be forever grateful.
That's right. So I'm going to go on there and I'm going to shit on him.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him fat.
Well, because they are
guineas.
Fat, stupid, Spacone, Fecanese, fat pigs, fat Medagon pigs who never shut up.
That's right.
About fucking tomato sauce or their favorite kind of salami, which is Hormel. You know,
Hormel is good.
My grandmother used to buy the Hormel ham.
It's like sour. You eat it and it's like sour.
It's sour. It's got a weird, it tastes
gummy.
like Gushers.
Yeah.
My grandmother, she used to buy the Hormel salami. Used to taste just like Gushers back in the day.
You go to a pork store and they got them hanging.
Go to pork.
Already pre-made Hormel salami. They tie it with twine and hang
right
it.
in the plastic packaging, the yellow plastic packaging. My God.
Yeah.
They don't even take it out of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It was really revelatory to me that, our default stupid voice was just the Italian guy voice.
I think that's everybody's.
Yeah.
I think everyone goes for that. When they talk about like a dumb dock worker, blue collar guy, it's always this fucking guy.
He's
What's
always
going
this
on?
fucking guy. Oh my God, I got pasta sauce coming out of my pockets.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I hit my wife as hard as I can. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I usually hate when people lean on things that they had no control over.
Yeah.
As to be most of their personality.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like in any facet.
That's the age that we live in, because we're so desperate for anything.
Well, now it's so easy to be in a niche. There's, if you're gay, you can do only gay, you can make gay content, if you're doing stand-up, you can do gay shows, people only lean into that. Same thing with Italians, same thing with Puerto Ricans.
We're doing a gay podcast.
This is a gay podcast, yeah.
It's 2 men talking about their feelings in a bedroom, staring at each other intently in the eyes.
Yeah, I'm sitting on your bed right now.
You're sitting on my bed, Mike.
Cum-covered sheets. I'm sitting right on them.
When
Where do you come on this bed, by the way?
Usually in a sock, honestly. Yeah, and I keep the socks in a discreet packaging. They arrive at my door. That's cum sock offer code Simian SIMIAN to get a fresh pair of single haze socks delivered to your door.
There has to be a cum sock, like a product.
There's definitely a cum sock coin.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. No. To me, the problem is just content. It's that content exists, and that everything is content. Mm-hmm. Everything is content. Every part of who you are, every part of your life, every experience, everything you buy, it's all just consumable.
Well, I told you the other day, when I meet somebody new, my first question is, what are you working on?
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
I say, how are you maximizing your potential, and how can you benefit me?
How are you working towards the next step in our journey? That's
right.
what I like to say. Mm-hmm.
I meet a girl, she's beautiful. I say, hold on. What's your algorithm strategy?
Honey, listen.
How are you going to get...
Baby, honey, sweetie, how are you maximizing your returns?
That's right.
Yeah.
How do you get likes? How do you get, are you using hashtags? Are you making pointed content? How are you doing it? Because I want to learn. I want that dinner with Jay-Z. I don't want the $500,000. I want to sit with Jay-Z.
You're an idiot if you take the $500,000.
Yeah.
If you sit there at that Ruby Tuesdays and have that dinner with Jay-Z and listen to him complain about Beyonce for 2 hours and go home dejected to your one-bedroom apartment with a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling in your 20-foot by 10-foot apartment.
Yeah, you live like Travis Bickle.
Yeah, eat up your ramen noodles and stare up at the ceiling, You're so glad you heard.
Pieces together.
Yeah, Cowboy Carter's a bitch.
Like
that's $1 million right there.
What's the other guy? The Manchurian Candidate. Fucking Denzel.
Yeah.
You ever see the Manchurian Candidate?
No.
The movie?
No.
The beginning is him trying to like put together the pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And he's just in his house, poor.
Yeah.
With a single light bulb above him, eating ramen noodles.
That's awesome.
That's what I want.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's hopefully my final form.
Yeah. Well, no. My final form is getting drawstring, and making connections between all the powerful global people, and it just ends up explaining what everybody already knows, which is that rich people are friends and they like to work together to do things.
Yes.
Yours is Odine. Yours is Odine on a mixture on Flintstones cough syrup.
OD.
Yeah, and that Subaru yours under the Jamestown Bridge.
That's right.
In 5 years from now.
I'll be driving it off with this episode playing. Called it.
This impenetrable episode playing. With most comedians, like, so what's your process? Oh my God, you went to school too?
Yeah, but with me it's like, but with me it's like,
listen, you gotta break this down, okay? We have to drop the topic, come back to it 2 minutes later, drop the topic, come back to it 5 minutes later.
That's how we do it.
We just saved 10 minutes of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is important, by the way.
It's so
extreme regiment. That's another important thing.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're making money's number one.
Making money is, and you know what?
By a long shot, by the way.
If you're making a list, get 20 pages of paper, because at the top of the first one, you're gonna write money,
right,
and then you're gonna skip like 12 pages.
2, use your time.
Regimen.
Yeah.
Use your time.
Regimen. Every second
Use
counts.
your time.
/ regimen.
Yeah. Use every second.
Use and maximize your time. That's why I like to sleep till noon every day.
That's right.
Yeah, because if you sleep till noon, you wake up at the prime time when the day changes back.
That's right.
You can say, I didn't begin at 8 like most losers. I began at 1. If you begin at 1, you can go till 12. Most losers stop at the next 8 and stop at 5. You can't stop at 5. That's not even a high number. No.
That's not life.
No, it's not life.
That's not living.
That's not what all the people say.
And there's no room. You don't leave any room for accidents or any whimsy.
No happenstance, no serendipity,
nothing.
No random chance.
Doesn't
Everything
exist.
is exactly planned.
Yes.
Because the universe is logical. We know this.
Of course.
You can plan for every scenario if you think hard enough. It's made of strings. It's made of the curly hairs around the base of my balls.
That's right. The universe is just it's endless pieces of content.
Yeah.
It's like when you're on your phone and you're scrolling.
Yeah.
That's the universe.
Yeah. God, in His infinite wisdom, is up there on His phone, which is a big phone.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah. It's huge.
And it is an iPhone, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, I met God, and she's a black woman, and she owns an iPhone.
And she don't need no man. That's the other thing.
And she's beautiful. I love her. She's doing a great job up there. Keep it up.
Yeah.
But she's scrolling on her phone. She's tapping her acrylic nails. Tink, 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 tink.
And they're long.
They're huge.
They're bigger than you think.
Sophia, we're recording a podcast.
Okay, well, I need a towel.
Okay.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
All right, we're leaving that in the podcast, everyone.
James's sister needed a towel.
James's sister needed a towel, and, well, thankfully
She didn't get caught in the washing machine this time.
Right.
Tragedy.
That's what I've heard happens to sisters.
Yeah,
occasionally.
you know.
But stepsisters, you guys are blood. So.
Yeah. So thankfully we've avoided the worst of that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they sell insurance for that now. Stepsister insurance.
Oh,
Getting
right.
caught in wash. Yeah.
Yeah, no, insurance premiums, they're going up. It's actually horrible.
That's another thing that I love. Insurance.
Insurance?
I love insurance. I
Yeah.
love the idea of it.
I love the idea of paying hundreds of dollars a month, and then you get into one car crash, and it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It says, hey, you didn't hit your deductible, which is anher important word. Add that to the list.
Deductible.
Deductibles.
Write that down. Write that down. You, audience, for this episode should have a long list of words you have to remember. Money. Regiment / time. Deductibles.
Yeah.
Earned interest savings accounts.
Yes.
The Smoking Simian is rebranding
This is a finance podcast now.
to Brooklyn's latest finance infotainment podcast.
That's right. This is an alpha grind set show now.
You're having
We're going to get
You're
12
having-
girls in here so we can shit on them.
Oh my God, those podcasts. The men in those podcasts, they need to be shot.
Oh, they're dweebs.
They need to be lined
wanna
up against
argue
the
with
wall
women.
and shit. To me, what gets me about that shit is like they all know what they're doing. I hope they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have to know what they're doing. Get 12 girls to just sit like glazed over in front of the mic, and be like,
So what? You think doing OnlyFans is better than being a construction worker? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Which
give a
like
shit.
it isn't. I've met construction workers. They couldn't
love
do
their
only.
job.
Yeah, they love their job.
They love working. They love getting up at 5 a.m., picking up 12 Mexicans.
Who doesn't love having back problems at 35?
Right.
You know, my buddy, my dad has a buddy that was a general contractor. He's 60. He looks like he's 85. That's
Can't
much,
walk.
Yeah, he can't walk. That's how
Who
much
needs
he
to walk
loves his
at
job.
the end of the day?
Who needs to walk?
Who needs to have feeling in their fingers? Who needs to,
It's all
you know...
background noise.
It's all fucking hoochie coochie la la la.
That's right.
Oh, my spine was severed from picking up plywood.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Come on.
Start an OnlyFans.
Time is money.
Come on,
Yeah.
Joe Bean. That's his name, Joe Bean. Come on, Joe. Start an OnlyFans.
Yeah. Get on Foot Finder.
Get on Foot Finder.
You got
Show
so
us your
much. You got
digits.
so much potential. You got
Yeah.
plenty of life left.
You have to maximize your potential.
That's right.
Write that down.
If you're an
Audience,
old
write
man.
that down.
Yeah.
If you're an old man whose body's broken from being a general contractor, maximize your potential.
That's right. Start
You
a
got-
podcast.
Start a podcast.
We're doing it on a phone right now.
We're
Anybody
doing
can
it
do
on a
this.
phone in a bedroom.
Yeah.
It's never been done before.
If you have a phone and a bedroom, it can be done. You don't even need the bedroom. Go
You know,
outside.
You don't even really need a phone.
How are people homeless? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, it's like
It's weird.
go find a home.
Go find. Well, I mean,
Go buy
make
a
little
home.
money.
Make
Start a
little money.
Patreon.
Start a Patreon.
Yeah.
Get a mailing address. Get a mailbox.
Exactly.
Get the money mailed to you.
P.O. box.
P.O. box.
People send you stuff.
People will send you their shit in the mail.
They'll send you a bag of anthrax. This is my favorite podcast. This is Homeless Joe. He just gets drunk and babbles and pisses himself every episode.
Are you kidding? Is that actually well, I mean, World of T-shirts exist. Have you heard about World of T-shirts?
Oh yeah, he's that like severely autistic.
He's a
kid who
severely
gets hammered.
autistic kid who
And he gets mad when people tell
who
him to
gets
stop.
the majority of his calories from alcohol.
Yeah.
Like out of a 3,000 calorie diet, 2,500 of it come from the sugar in booze.
He's like Nicolas Cage in fucking Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, but instead
But
of
it's
being
not
a brilliant artist, he's an autistic kid that like bites himself when he gets mad.
Mm-hmm. He does get very mad.
He gets very mad because, well, I mean, if you think about it, his life's the Truman Show. With Jim Carrey. You ever see that movie?
No,
Oh,
I
that's
don't watch
awesome.
shit.
I
That's
don't
another
watch-
thing.
that's
Add that
another
to the
thing.
list. Don't watch shit.
Don't watch shit.
You don't got time for it.
Watch
You're
the
busy.
same 5 things.
You're busy. You got stuff to do.
You're busy recording a podcast. You got shit to do. Get it together,
Start
people.
an OnlyFans and sell sneakers, like a guy we know.
Oh,
Is it still going? Oh, yeah, we're good. Yeah. Is
Thanks.
it still going?
Oh my God, is it still going? Oh my God, you got a Bloomberg notification. What's going on in the stock
I
world?
got an Instagram notification.
you got an Instagram
Better be a
notification.
Fucking broad.
It better be abroad.
What is the Bloomberg notification? We might as well look at that.
Well, we might as well
Might as
check
well
your
bring it
phone.
up.
All right, everyone. I know the audience at home is dying to figure out what's going on at the Bloomberg Business Terminal. Bess sent Greer to meet China to start trade talks this week.
Who the fuck is that?
Besant is the president's economic advisor. I don't know who Prairie is. Ellie Sims commented 5 laughing emojis. That's important.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Anyway, fuck that shit.
That's been your Bloomberg update for this week.
It's from the Bloomberg terminal. I remember in college I had to use one of those. Bloomberg terminal.
Yeah, back when you were a business major.
Back when I was a fucking hard-hitting son of a bitch.
Back when you were working hard for your dollar.
Shrewd businessman.
Back when you were one of the best businessmen I've ever seen.
Right. Call me Gordon Gekko.
Call me Gordon Gekko the way I'm moving stocks.
I'll buy out a small airline. I don't give a fuck. I'll bury it.
I'll bury the contractors union under a foot of rubble.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And now the Gordon Geckos of the world do the same thing, but now they do it with environmental impact statements.
Oh yeah, well they fix it. Once they say, hey, we're gonna start using emission-free technology.
Yeah. Then it's
everybody's
fixed.
like, all right, well, these guys aren't that bad.
Then it's fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then the problems are fixed.
And then they send their wives to the upper atmosphere so they can float for 30 seconds and then come back.
Oh my God, they did do that recently.
Yeah.
That was so brave of them to go up to space for 30 seconds, take pictures, and come back.
Right.
That's what Neil
Not
Armstrong...
even real space, by the way.
No. They just broke the atmosphere and floated.
And actual women have been to actual space. by
Yeah,
the way.
but that's not it.
They don't have names. Nobody knows who they are.
Nobody knows because they got blowed up.
Yeah, and they don't have.
They don't have
songs.
They don't have songs. They don't have
perfume
followings
lines or anything.
They don't have Target branded lifestyle
That's right.
brands.
They don't have like a set of bowls you could buy.
They're not important. They don't have like pastel furniture that you can buy.
Wasn't a woman just recently stuck for 9 months in space?
Yeah.
What about her?
She's not Katy Perry. She's not a judge on.
She didn't write E.T.
She's not on. She's not on The Masked Singer
That's right.
or whatever. I don't even know.
I think she's on. What does Katy Perry do now?
America's Got Talent.
One of them. She was on American Idol for a little bit.
She
I don't know
was.
if she's still there.
I saw American Idol the other day. Apparently, Ryan Seacrest still does that shit.
Oh yeah.
Imagine doing that for 20 odd fucking years.
That guy's got a few hands up his ass.
Yeah.
Controlling him up there.
Yeah. Oh.
That guy's a soulless bag of shit.
Yeah.
Which I like. You need that as a show host.
He's like Eric Clapton. You ever hear about Eric Clapton?
Yeah, he sucks.
No. Like Eric Clapton is, his big idea.
Right.
You have a guy inside of him, to control him with a series of wires and levers.
That's right.
He made a song about it.
I saw him live and he played it.
Yeah. Like if you thought Tears from Heaven was a sad song,
You should hear
imagine.
strings in my ass.
There should be wires and levers to make me move. It wouldn't be gay. I'd be some kind of robot.
That's good podcasting.
yeah.
Talk
yeah.
about another podcast.
I was about to say I had just hit my scumbag white guy in his late 20s quota of trying to be Nick Mullen.
That's right.
Because if there's one thing I've learned about studying Nick Mullen, and I study Nick Mullen. Sometimes I go to New York without telling you surreptitiously, and I wait outside of where he lives with like a set of high-powered binoculars, and I watch him, and I'm like, how can I get him to know that I'm his friend?
You eat what he eats.
I eat what he eats. I'm as tall as he is. I'm 5'5".
You wear bucket hats.
I know a really fat ethnic guy who has a dumb laugh and doesn't really contribute, but is a more successful comedian than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we just need a nebbish little Jewish guy for me to control, and it could be complete.
That can't be hard to find.
Nah. No.
Yeah. No, I remember seeing Eric Clapton live, and he was fucking boring.
Really?
Yeah. Boring as hell.
Really?
Me, my dad, and my brother went. I wanted to go to sleep. And it's extra funny because when I was a kid, how I worshipped that man for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Or just all those guys, those rock star guys. So
Yeah. I mean, you were young, and to be honest, I enjoyed that shit too. I enjoyed learning about it, but I'm really glad that you wanted to go to sleep.
It was so goddamn boring.
That's probably the greatest review of a concert I've ever heard. I heard Clapton live in concert. I want to go to sleep. Raves and Tony Barbosa.
Maybe the arguably the best fucking guitarist ever.
Yeah.
I wanted to sleep watching.
All right, everyone, I'm going to be playing my next hit called I Want You to Go to Sleep. It's about my son falling out of a building.
He went to sleep.
My son went to sleep once. You feel? You know, sometimes I wonder, what if you shut the window that day? Could he have gotten out? I don't know.
You know, he started the Crossroads rehab program. Remember the commercials? Come to Crossroads.
Crossroads, Rhode Island, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, good.
He started that.
Good. I'm glad he did something.
From a song about meeting the devil.
From a song about...
The Crossroads.
Yeah.
That Bobby Johnson created.
Fiddle... Yeah.
When he met the devil and got good at playing the blues.
You know, if I met Satan, I'm not going to lie. I respect that he has to be able to play the blues better.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're a black man in the 1920s South, I mean no disrespect, but, you know, it's hard for me to imagine that you need a reason to be sadder.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like, if I was Satan, I would have just looked at him and be like, listen, man, I'll let you off for free. It's not, there's not really more I can do.
Yeah.
You know, and that's basically the plot of the new movie Sinners.
Right.
Yeah, Satan.
That's what I've heard.
It's Satan, played by a white guy, awkwardly explaining to Bobby Johnson, "Listen,
You're blue. You don't need me.
I've already done enough. You're already sad enough.
Yeah.
You know?
I've already ruined this place.
You know, I've already been here for so long.
You want me to do everything for you?
Come on, you want me to do everything? Play the music. Come on. You know what? I'll make you Elvis. I'll show you Elvis. Do you want to meet Elvis?
Yeah.
You'll take everything you've ever done and make it better. Yeah. You know, Elvis, Satan arguably helped Elvis.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he rewarded him by giving him barbiturates on the toilet.
Couldn't shit. That's what I hear happens when you take those.
Well,
you can't shit. Perks and whatever.
Yeah, and this is a lesson for you eating garbage. I mean, if you have deep fried peanut butter banana bacon sandwiches all day.
And that's actually what he ate.
Yeah. He would eat a foot long, like a baguette filled with peanut butter.
And he would do karate.
Yeah.
I'm basically Elvis.
Yeah, no, yeah. He have all his talent, charisma, charm, singing abilities.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, I've seen you when you post the clips. You know, you have to post yourself from the waist up,
right?
Because otherwise, women, they lose control.
They go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
They're like, oh my God.
He's wearing
The Portuguese beast is back.
with his dick swinging in
The
his sweats.
Portuguese man of war. He's coming with 80 cannons.
That's right. Well, we've hit our mark.
Thank God.
We've hit our mark. We've done it.
We've done it. The most embarrassing episode yet of the Smoking Simian is finally done. Audience, is so good to be back.
And now that we're at the end, tell people about your Substack. Where people can find it.
Well, I finally have some pluggables. If you want to go to A Fool's Errand, that's A Fool's Errand, Errand, Errand. If you want to read my thoughts, if you haven't gotten enough of them already and you want to read them in written form.
That's right.
I know that there's a lot of Thucydides fans out there. You know, the overlap between Thucydides fans, the ancient Greek historian from the...
Thucydides.
Yeah, Thucydides, the historian. If you're a fan of the Peloponnesian War, between Athens and Sparta in the 400s,
yes,
go to A Fool's Errand and you can read. I currently have 0 likes on my last post. Let's bump that up to 1 or 2.
That's right.
You know, soon I'll be J.D. Power and Associates or whatever the fuck.
And remember the list, by the way. Money at the top.
Money.
Maximize time. Regimen.
Maximize time / regimen.
Right. And what was the last thing? Oh, don't watch anything.
Don't watch anything.
Don't watch anything. Don't consume anything.
Don't consume anything. Don't enjoy
That's right.
anything.
Nothing. That's right. And on that note.
On that profound note, nothing.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.